everybody. Alyssa is here with Alyssa Payne Coaching. I'm really excited to see you guys. Doing a little bit of a different setup. I'm trying to be a little bit more organized. So you can see some display information, everything. If you do want to interact with me at any time, give StreamYard permission to do so. I can see your comments, but I can't see who is commenting. But I wanted to hop up here this afternoon. First of all, hope you guys are having an awesome week. I had a pretty awesome weekend. Of course, illness is really like coming in and out. So we had it was just colorful. So we're overcoming that. You know, it's the last week of school. So of course that is always mayhem. But we're good. You know, we're trucking right along. But I want to talk to you guys about task paralysis, okay? And some quick tips to help you push through task paralysis. Now, if you experience or haven't experienced task paralysis or have experienced ever feeling literally stopped in your tracks, okay, from completing a task, something as easy, I'm trying to look for something in front of me, as like, you know, putting a dish in the dishwasher. You know, you sit there, it's been sitting there for days. You know it's there, you've been staring at it. You guys have this epic stare down every single time that you walk into the kitchen. You know where it's supposed to go, but for some reason you just can't seem to push yourself to actually get it done, right? That is one example of task paralysis. It's the type of, you know, when in the executive functioning, okay? And we'll get into kind of that at a different time, but task paralysis is so real. And a lot of people deal with it. It's a challenge for a lot of people, and not just, you know, our neurodivergent friends, but our neurotypical friends as well. Sometimes it's that push through. Definitely a very, very common symptom of ADHD. So if this is something that you deal with, I have a couple of tips for you to help us push through and to get those tasks done. Because let's face it, the dish is not going to grab legs or grow legs and go hop in the dishwasher itself, okay? It's eventually going to have to make its way to the sink, okay? So with that, you got to get this mindset in, okay? So, something that I repeat to myself over and over again, especially when I'm having those days where I just want to dissociate from everything. I'm not feeling motivated. I'm not feeling like anything I'm going to do is going to make a difference. I'm going to call it my down day. And basically, I waste a day. You know, I could just as easily and happily waste a day doing absolutely nothing, scrolling on my phone all day long. I would be perfectly content. But people, we can't do that, okay? We are so much needed in so many other different arenas in our lives, right? So we can't, you know, those down moments and dissociating and just letting ourselves kind of decompress is super healthy, but it is not something that we can do day in and day out all the time, okay? So what we're going to tackle is this task paralysis. If you've never experienced it before or never realized you've experienced it before, it is something that literally you can feel frozen trying to get something accomplished. It is something as little as putting a dish in the dishwasher, or it is something much, much bigger than that, okay? So a couple of tips that I have for you. First and foremost, set a timer, okay? If it is something that is going to take time to accomplish, okay, set a timer, even if it's just walking this little guy over to the dishwasher, okay? I do this because it's forcing you to stop. It's forcing you to visualize not just the cup being here, okay? Not just the cup sitting there, but you are actually taking that accountability and you are actually acknowledging, okay, that the cup needs to be put away, okay? And again, you guys can do this for anything. It's not just, you know, putting dishes in the dishwasher. This can be balancing a checkbook, doing laundry. It could be mowing the lawn, whatever it is, okay? I'm just using this here because I wasn't prepared for a real life example. So here we go. We're going to use my coffee mug for the day, okay? So set a timer. Again, even if it takes me 10 seconds to take this over to the dishwasher, I am going to stop. I am going to acknowledge it needs to be done, and then I'm going to hold myself accountable with that alarm, okay? Step number 1, set that timer, okay? Step number 2, And this can be thought-provoking, okay? So identify the negative consequence or consequences if this task is not accomplished, whether it's by a certain time or whether it's accomplished at all. What are the consequences if I don't take my coffee mug, my dirty coffee mug, over to the sink and get it washed up? Well, eventually maybe bugs can become attracted to it because I drink, coffee with my creamer. So this is like half full of sugar and coffee or creamer. You know what I'm saying? So there's one negative consequence. Another one is that my kids are going to see this coffee mug sitting around. Number two, it's just creating clutter. Okay. There's no peace of mind. Number three, it's something that's going to keep gnawing on me because I know that it needs to be done. And I know that I am consciously avoiding it, even though I want it to get accomplished. Trust me, I don't want this baby sitting here. Okay. I want this to be set in the dishwasher and where it belongs. Right. But I'm suffering through this mental block right now. Okay. And that's what we're doing to kind of push through these. Okay. So identify the negative consequence or consequences if the task does not get complete. Mowing the lawn, if it doesn't get complete, especially by a certain amount of time, give yourself a deadline as well. Okay. That's kind of part of the setting a timer. Give yourself that time and give yourself a deadline. Mowing the lawn, if you don't go and get it mowed, by a certain time, the grass can overgrow. You can get lots of bugs. It's major tick season. You can get a letter from HOA saying, hey, your lawn needs to be mowed. And then we're inundated with more paperwork and, we're behind and then we're stressed and the anxiety. Just let's go ahead and tackle the lawn mowing. Okay. But I understand us, with ADHD, if you deal with task paralysis, it is not something you can always understand explain to neurotypicals and expecting them to understand. It could just be like, just go mow the lawn. Or here's my favorite, just set it on your calendar for the same time every single week and do it. Okay, that is wonderful. I love that advice. Thank you so much. But I can't tell you how I'm going to be a week from now. I can't tell you how my brain is going to be. Are we going to be super spicy or are we going to be super sweet? Unfortunately, I don't always have control over those things. I can push through them. I can figure out, if I wake up in the morning, I can pretty much tell what kind of day I'm going to have, right? And getting into that mindset and getting prepared, sure. But we never know. So again, we're going to get back on track. Identify the negative consequences. Number two. Number three, assign a reward. Y'all, let's be celebrating, okay? Like, if we identify the negative consequences, okay, it's very easy for us to say, okay, we know that there's going to be a lot more bad than good if I don't take this and put this in the dishwasher, right? Okay, we know that. Okay, our brains are connected in that capacity. Okay, it's that functioning of putting it there, right? So when we assign a reward, okay, if I get the lawn mowed, if I get my mug into the dishwasher, if I go ahead and balance my checkbook, I don't know if people do that anymore. I don't balance my checkbooks, but you catch my drift. Whatever it is that we just keep pushing off, ignoring, not getting it done. We're intimidated. There's a fear. There's whatever it is, whatever is holding us back from getting it done, right? Assign a reward to that. I'm going to have a little piece of chocolate or an ice cream cone or something because I put this in the dishwasher. That's okay. That is okay to reward yourself for the little things that you accomplish. Celebrate yourself every single day. Celebrate where you've been, celebrate where you are, celebrate where you're going. Okay? Because this is a lifelong journey, babe. This is a lifelong commitment. Being a woman with ADHD is not something we are going to grow out of. Okay? And the sooner that we can start embracing that and identifying the tools that work for us, instead of clawing at tools that are out there, there's billions of resources out there, mostly for neurotypicals, right? Things that just don't seem to always click with us. things that we feel like are kind of going against us in a way. Oh, if only I could just wire my brain to keep up with this bullet journaling. Trust me, I love the start of a good bullet journal. It is awesome, hyperfixation, get artsy and creative and fun, and I feel organized, and I love posting the pictures and creating content with it because I'm so excited, right? But that's something I love, right? And I really enjoyed to do. A week later, nah, not really into it anymore. It can be frustrating because I remember that dopamine high of when I was getting it all together, right? And feeling so excited and proud of myself. I just want to remind you all that there are tools for us to get through any symptom or any hindrance or any self-identified shortcoming, okay, that we have, okay? There's an answer there. And though the answers might be few right now, because again, women with ADHD are highly underserved and highly misdiagnosed, we can all come together, put our resources together, brainstorm off of each other, okay, create this community, and totally make a global impact for neurodivergent women everywhere, all over the world. That's what I say. We need you, right? We need you. I'm not saying we need you to make it your life mission to spread the word about ADHD for women. No, not necessarily. But each and every day that you are living your best life and the best version of you is another day of victory. It's another day of saying, I am not going to be compressed by my ADHD. In fact, I'm going to help it be my wings. It's going to be my wings. I'm going to soar, baby. So it will take work. It'll take that discovery, but it's so worth it. So worth it. So write these down. These are some of the tips that you're going to get also in my brain dump funneling system. So this is, kind of part of that. So yeah, again, write these down. If this is something that resonates with you, try these tools. If you are interested in learning a little bit more and digging a little bit deeper into this, this method, let me know. We'll chat a little bit. Any questions about it, we can always chat too. But again, set a timer, and that includes a deadline, okay? Identify the negative consequences if you don't finish the task. And number 3, assign yourself an award, okay? Celebrate your victories, okay? Even if it's a piece of chocolate, okay? Or hell, if you want to go plan a trip to Jamaica because you put the mug in the dishwasher, who's stopping you, sis? Do it. Much love to you guys. Just a friendly and honest reminder always that you are loved, you are safe, you are welcome here. That is my promise to you always. Again, my name's Alyssa Payne, your ADHD life coach. I am signing off. I've talked too much and I've got to go refill my cup and cook dinner for my children. So cheers, y'all. Take care.